Thank you for inviting.
So we know you for a long time, actually. I don't know for how many years already.
I think it's five or so.
Yeah, something like that. I guess maybe
Even
a bit more, yeah.
Yeah, even more.
Yeah.
But for the people who don't know, we actually met during our business studies at university. So I'm so glad to this university. We've been talking about it for such a long time. It's a great university in Estonia, EBS. And there's been like great women that came to my life through this, and you are one of them.
I can say exactly the same. EBS really brought together really cool-minded people, and we had our share of organizing a lot of things, building ourselves with each other, as in we got there really young, and then we started to run this student council, and then sort of having a lot of growth material there, I guess.
Yeah, I want to bring out actually that the student council really made this university life so much more richer, and like so many great women and the friends that I have today actually came from the student council. So if anyone feels that they want something more out of their university life, I highly recommend to take part in that.
Especially anyone who wants to maybe meet with new people and like find the like-minded people. For me, student council was with that goal, to find the people who are active, interested in things, want to organize stuff, and just want to create something more besides studying. So this was exactly the pace. And it applies to everything. If you're not in university as well, just, I don't know, working or whatever you do, you need to find like-minded people.
It really got just like the extra value out of this studies. You have the studies, this very, very serious part, and then you got together after the classes and then just lived out all this that you have gathered all throughout the day.
Yeah, but it's such a good point, because actually student council also gave us the opportunity to put a lot of like what we learned into practice. It wasn't just a place to have fun. Clearly we had so much fun with all great people, but like we were actually making a difference also. I feel we did a lot of great things.
Exactly.
Yeah, we even painted the quote to the study room wall.
Yeah.
Make
What
a difference.
was the quote?
Make it matter.
Make it matter. Yeah.
It's my favorite quote, like really. And we sort of run this little business, I guess, like student council, like organization, and yes, we had fun making these events and all this, but we had to guide, like lead people. We had our own groups. We had like the PR group, or like the newspaper group. We had the events group. We had the HR group. It was like the first experience of having running organization.
Yeah,
Exactly.
very important.
But we are here for you today, and we would really like our guests to get to know you better. Can you tell us a little bit, what are you doing today?
Yeah, today I am a marketer. I am promoting emissionless transportation vehicles. Today I'm working at Comodule with two brands. One of them is Tool e-scooters. Maybe the viewers know, and I guess you guys also know. It's a shared rental e-scooters that we run here in Estonia. And we last year we also launched Tääker, which is the privately owned e-scooters which we make in Estonia, and I'm having a lot of fun and self-development there to promote this to the wider world. We're not only working in Estonia, but we also are going to offer it to all over Europe. We opened our first store in Paris last year. It was a crazy experience, and it has been a roller coaster. I'm very happy at the moment with my life period. I have made this choice that it is about career at the moment, and 1 year with them feels like 7 years of work experience at the moment. So it's really cool.
That's the startup life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been an honor to witness you in your journey. Like, you have always been such great inspiration to me, and I've been there. Like, I was so proud of you when I saw you in Paris. I don't know, my heart is just so glad to see you there. But I know you're a great marketer, but I know that for you all the environmental topics are also very close to your heart, and that I so much admire that actually you chose this company to work in that actually also supports your values.
Yeah, it was very conscious decision that I have had, like, this previous lives. I like to tell that I have tried a lot of things, and it wasn't I never found that this is really giving me a chance to make it matter, as the quote says, that I will give something back to the universe. And for me, the environmental aspects are very important. I want to not only take from the planet, I want to make it a better place for us to live, more sustainable place for us to live. And so I was, 2 years ago, I was struggling to understand what I want to do, and then I went into check who in Estonia is offering me a possibility to really do something great. Estonia has a lot of clean tech companies, and I think I found my one.
That's an interesting point in the job searching aspect. Like, thinking it in that way, that how can I help someone or make something matter or create an impact. It doesn't really matter what company it is, but what are the reasons the company operates, what's their mission. So yeah, going from there rather than going from like positions or I don't know, status or anything else that might seem important, or the salary or etc.
Exactly, like this. It's so funny, like previously I was working in fintech, which was, you were still thinking about money and like all these things, but right now they are like secondary or third, like how do you even say, like third. The most important is for me that I can make an impact and I can develop myself so much. Like, this is crazy, and Comodule is giving me this these resources that I can actually develop myself immensely, and that's what I love it as well.
So proud of you, so proud of you. I want to say it's very admirable. Like, you've been a big inspiration to me in this, that you are following what you believe in. And I believe for so many of us it's so hard to do, because we you know, but it's human also, because we need to earn money, we need to think where we're going. It is human, but you in such a young age, you know, you were so true to your heart. But I know
that's so nice that you're saying that I'm young. 28.
Yeah, but it was a journey. Like, tell a little bit. What were you doing before that? Because I know you were trying a lot of things. You were searching what to do.
In my previous life, when I was like 16, during my high school times, I was modeling. Doing fashion stuff. So I was traveling a lot. I was living in different countries, and it was also a very cool experience. But after traveling and doing this work, for me it still felt empty. I quit it because I didn't want to be someone's puppet. Or a hanger on the, you know, this closet. So, some time went by, and then I was like, okay, I need to act now. So I went to EBS. And during the studies, I also put myself into a lot of volunteering activism. So we did the student council. I was very active with junior achievement, running this, and always having this different projects to really understand, like, where do I want to go, what do I like. So I'm doing this a lot. Like, I had like a crush for volunteering. and my dad was always like, why are you doing stuff for without money? But it helped me a lot. And then after EBS, it was really somehow very easy for me. I got a job at a fintech company. I was marketing there. It was like for a first job, it was a very good experience. But again, it felt empty in the end. Like you're just making more money for the owners, but it was nothing about making a really good impact. So again, I was like, okay, what else? What can I do? Then I had this, not crisis moment, but something that, okay, let's change everything. So I packed my bags and went to Uganda, Africa then. I went to volunteer there for a half year and had an amazing experience. I had there 3 physical disabled women groups who had their own little shops and they were making like tailored clothes and bags and accessories, everything. And my mission there was to help them improve it, to teach them business ABC, the accounting ABC, marketing, and all this, which I studied in EBS. And I think the coolest part about it was realizing that we're kind of like white saviors coming there and then telling them how to do the stuff, but they are like, but why? They are happy with their own methods. Of course, they got a lot of it as well. But what made me really humble that I'm not the smartest always. And I got back from there. Had okay, now after Uganda, for sure, I need to know who I am. But then again, I went even more deep, like crisis, like, oh my God, like now I really don't know who I am, because the contrast was such a difference, like came here and then the life there. It was very, very extreme change. Then I was like trying to make my own business. I was working on making an incentive company for companies, so I will take your teams to travel destinations, have team buildings, events, and all this. So I was working a lot with this, and then Corona happened. And then I was like, okay, let's do what I really like. I want to make a change for the environmental goods, and then I searched for a place to do it.
Yeah, I remember when you were working with the travel company you just mentioned, and it felt so horrible that you couldn't launch with it at that moment. But now I believe like the timing is everything. For some reason, you have to be where you are today, learn there, grow there, so you can launch whatever you will build next. But the Uganda part, I also remember when you were there, it was such an inspiration, all of your volunteer background. I remember even before I came to EBS, I didn't know you, but I had seen you on social media, and I kind of knew who you are from there, like through mutual friends as well. And I was seeing you at PUF and at all of these volunteer events, like, wow, this girl has so much energy and so much energy to do all of those things. That was such an inspiration. But the Uganda part, what do you think was your like the biggest lesson there?
Yeah, except the one that I'm not the smartest, and sometimes the people already know what's right for them. Maybe that you cannot run away from your problems. I was really hoping that Uganda will like give me the answers, that you go there and then you know exactly what you need to do. But then I came out even weaker in that sense, that I went with like really had this problem at home, that I was like, I don't know what I want to do, and it was really hard. Oh, that's already emotional.
Let it out.
Yes.
But that's the thing, like you can't even like it doesn't matter in which phase you are in life. You never really know, like this is the point where I'm now full, or there's nowhere else to grow, or no one else like to become someone, not someone, but to become even more in life. So there actually isn't, I think, that one answer, like this is exactly now who I need to be, or this is exactly where I need to be.
I think also I can say from my own life experiences that sometimes you think, okay, I'm gonna do this. You have this expectation, I'm gonna go there. And that's why I experience so many times I have some expectations and then completely something different happens. Like we never know. Even though I can say that I don't regret anything, all those experiences brought me so much more than I could have ever imagined. Even if they are harder, like you were saying, like you came back, you were maybe even more confused, even though you went there to find some answers maybe and be more centered. But that's what happens. That's how life does its miracles. But I'm sure today that it has made you who you are even more. It has made you so much stronger. Like there's a lot that you came back from there with, and I was admiring that part in you. I know that so many people of you were saying like, are you crazy? Why are you going there? Why are you doing this? But I think you are this power girl who has so much like strength inside you. It's really, I'm glad you are in our circle. And like Lisa said also, it's crazy how to see that you're being so active. Sometimes you think like, I want to ask you, where do you get the energy?
Yeah.
How do you do so much?
I don't know. Like, I think it's like the people and the environment I create around myself. These are my energy sources. You give out and you get back. That's how easy it is. Like, you have to surround yourself with people that are positive and don't drag you down. Like, I have also been very conscious about who I have around, that I don't like have consciously kind of separate myself of previous people who are maybe too negative, maybe talk too much gossip, or like, it's like you don't need that too much. You need more girls like you guys that are really inspiring, uplifting, only going up, not down.
So important. I want to say it's so important what you just said, that the people we surround ourselves with, like sometimes we don't think about it, and if the people are already close to us, it's so hard to see and even leave some people behind that are not good to us. It's heartbreaking,
so hard,
but it is necessary because it will change your life completely. Yesterday we had a launching event for our podcast here, and we did this open circle of sharing, and there was this one guy, Pete, actually was sharing like what's one of the greatest advice you got, and it's this: you are the average of 5 people you surround yourself with. And he was telling a story behind that. That's so interesting and so true, so important. Stressing it here. And when you were talking, I want to go back to your modeling. First of all, I want to say you're always so gorgeous on the photos. Like, actually, I didn't know for such a long time that you were modeling. I don't know, it somehow came later, and I was like, oh my god, she's so gorgeous. How the fuck is she doing it in every picture? Her. No, I can look extremely bad in the pictures, like not good angles. You're just like, you are like a supermodel in every picture we take. I'm wow, I need to take classes from you. But going back to that time, can you share something like what you feel that you gained from it? What it gave you as a person or as a woman you are today?
I started it, I think, when I was 15, and the first time I went abroad, it was like 16 or 17. It was going out in the wild to Paris, and oh no, you get one thing you do get with modeling is a lot of complexes. Those girls are 2 meters tall and super skinny, and that was something that got with me. But on the positive note, I think when I turned, what I got out from this was that I turned into a very independent woman. Very confident woman, in opposite way. Yeah, because I went abroad alone so young, same time when my schoolmates were studying or didn't do anything, only maybe partied during the summers. And during the summers and September, October, I traveled and lived alone and had to survive. I had to go every day to the different castings, like to show myself to the brands and like kind of sell myself. And you get every day like no, and then one day you make it, like you get this more experience because the clients will book you, and that makes you so much stronger. So yeah, this was definitely why I am today this very I would say courageous person. Like yesterday when we were having the launch party, and then we're like, okay, we need to make a speech. Like, and I was like, who else would do it from our girl gang? It's always me, because I'm just like, I'm in that sense very, very like, let's do it, because I have had it in so young experience that it just makes sense.
Yeah, putting yourself out there is definitely not your how to say it? Beach spot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That is amazing. Like I'm sure I've lived abroad myself, you know, and it might sound easy here, you know. We're just talking about it like, yeah, oh, it's so cool, Paris, but I know how hard it is. And I can't imagine, I haven't done modeling this way, like, but I can only imagine how hard it is. Waking up so young, going there to the casting, selling yourself, getting all the no's. But like I can see how it has made you the woman you are, and like given you this courage, you know.
Yeah,
like, that you can't compare it to anything else.
Yeah, totally agree. We had this episode with Vasilis as well, and he's in the opposite way. He moved here, which feels home for us, but also like in a sense, when I lived abroad, I think I felt the loneliest ever when I was away. It feels like, oh my God, it's such a great experience. You get to see this new culture, which also is true, and meeting new people and everything. But in the end, you're away from your family, away from your closest ones. It feels very unnatural. Yeah, super. But it builds a lot of character in the end. Yeah. So you know that you can stand alone.
Yeah, and you don't have to be a model to move abroad and have this experience. Like, I'm always telling the people that are going to university, like, go abroad with Erasmus. It is like, okay, maybe if there are some financial difficulties, but there's like stipendiums and stuff, like, just do it. It's so much. It gives you so much.
Yeah.
It's not compared to this comfort zone we have here.
Yeah, that's so true. It opens us up so much, like, especially, I don't know, but like, I think for everybody, but I can speak for myself, as we are from such a small country, it's so different when you experience the world and you see like how much more there is out there. It's not just your little fairy tale you have created here around yourself. It opens you up in a different way, and I think it broadens your view a lot. It's very necessary.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask, how come you went modeling that young, and how come you were traveling so young? Like, do you feel it comes from your family, or is it been you, or where does this side of you come from?
I actually don't remember how I got into modeling, but maybe somehow scouted. But when you get into modeling, one thing in Estonia that you are working towards is getting out of here. That the different agencies coming to Estonia to check the new faces, and that's your goal. You want to go out, you want to see the world, you want to do big jobs, because here, like, you do the jobs but they're all the same, and like you're doing the Viru Keskus campaign and you know, this, and there's nothing more to it. But there you really can shine. My parents were they were really fine with it. Usually parents do the consultation with the agencies, like, okay, how do we do it? But they were just like, go. But there's one point which my parents, I really like this story. Like, when I was on the going to 11th grade, my agency agent told me that, Vicky, you have now a choice. Do you go to school, you finish your school, or you go full-time modeling? And we make you like a big model. and then I went to my parents, like, okay, I have this choice to make. And my parents were like, but do the choice. Put down the pluses and minuses, analyze it, like, is it worth to take? And we support you no matter what. And I was like, oh my God, me, like making this big of a choice. And then I did my analysis. And then like 3 days later, I went to my parents like, Mom, Dad, I decided I think education is more important. I'm going to finish my school. And then my dad said, good, I wouldn't have let you go.
But the whole process that you went through.
So smart.
Yeah, really
but
smart.
you give
So
the kids
wise.
this
freedom.
Yeah, and like that I thought that I was in charge, and I thought it through myself. So I'm really glad they give me this momentum.
Very wise parents.
Yeah.
But do you feel that it comes a little bit from your home and from your upbringing, that you are in general not only modeling, but I mean all this activity and like taking the chances in life, being open to life, like going out there, because you have done like, I mean, going abroad so young, going to Africa, like taking very, you know, big steps, very young age, starting your own company, all those things.
The moving away part is not coming from my parents, because my parents never like traveled or lived abroad. But what for sure comes is like this life enjoyment that you have to live it in a memorable way. My parents are really like, they're 51 both, and they're such an inspiration, because I sometimes compared my parents with some of my friends' parents, and my friends are like, what the hell, like they look so good, they live this crazy life, like they're still partying, like we are partying together, and like they're traveling a lot. They like my mom and dad went to like Machu Picchu just like recently, and like you know, climbed this, and like they're doing crazy things, and I'm just like, okay, wow, I'm really looking up to that lifestyle, and I'm moving towards this. And the same with entrepreneurship. Like my both parents are entrepreneurs. My dad has his company. My mom is an architect, and they always kind of give me this thought that I need to also be. So all my choices are also to become better, and also one day to pursue my dreams as an entrepreneur. I have had my some ventures of almost trying to launch a company, and I did also during my EBS studies, but still not there yet.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with you, and with this kind of like mindset and the person you are, you just don't give up. Like no matter how hard you fall or the setbacks you get, you just have to keep on going. And that was something I wanted to ask you as well. Like you mentioned the crisis you had after Uganda. How did you come out of it, or how did you make the path more clear for you?
I don't have like a good formula or solution for this. What really helped me was my boyfriend. He always like makes problems very easy. Like my friend, a really dear friend, was struggling with depression, and he was also like I didn't know how to, like, you know, support, and trying but not enough. But my boyfriend was just like got together with her and like just like, come on, now we're gonna make a plan, and like supporting him through this, giving this good energy, and like nothing is like, it's not the end of the world, we can go through this. And that's the same what helped with me, that I was like, oh, I'm such a shit, like I don't know yet what I'm doing, and you're comparing with the other peers that maybe are already successful at something, and I'm like, I'm still like, I'm 25, I don't know what I'm doing. And he was like, come on, let's make a plan, like let's see what you want to do, and let's like let the world guide you. So it was really nice of him to support me there.
Yeah.
I want to say here that I lost my thought. What do you say?
Me too.
No, it was so important to me that I wanted to say.
But yeah, like you said about your boyfriend's approach on problems, just I think writing also helps, like writing down what your problem is and getting to the why. What's the like root of this problem, and you get to one question, and then you really understand it is simple. Like in the end, what is the thing that's bothering me? Okay, now I can work with it. you can get so lost in your head with all of these questions, thinking about others, thinking about yourself. It gets messy pretty quickly. But looking the problems in a more simple way sometimes like just helps to understand, okay, it's actually not that big. Yeah, not like the life crisis part, of course it is big, but like some of the maybe smaller problems you can have.
You switch the mentality that you don't have to feel like a victim or something. Like you are your own happiness boss. So like, okay, let's do something about it. And then you take the stick out of your ass and go.
Yeah, it's true. I think it's so important, like we discussed already before, you know, the people you surround yourself with, like it's amazing to have like your closest, your romantic partner, intimate partner, someone who supports you, and is because you are together like the most with him, so it's great if he can be of such a support. But I remember now what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that it's like listening to myself when I was like 25. I think so many people go through the same thing. Like, I don't know what I want to be. I had this exact same conversation. I remember having it with my dad, and we were on a skiing holiday, and I was like, I have no idea. I've done so many things. I tried so many things. I still don't know. Who the fuck will I be? It's like, and you know, at that point, okay, right now I can laugh about it and it's funny, but like at that point it's really scary. You feel like your whole life is passing and I'm no one, and where will I be, and who will I be, and what will happen to my life. I think it's so natural, so natural to be at this point.
I agree.
But so important not to, if I could say anything today, I would say don't compare. And I would say even today that it's never about like, you know, getting somewhere or thinking about what will I do. I would say the shortcut is always taking time to get to know you, to understand what matters to you. And then everything else will fall in place. You will do the right things. Because I remember I was so stuck on my career. I was like, what will I do? What will I do? Who will I be like professionally? I don't know. I don't know what I enjoy. I don't want to work there. This is not my thing. Like, what will happen? But I think this is a slippery road.
Yeah, totally agree. I was just talking about it yesterday. I recently read The Alchemist, which is probably the most read book in the world. But I just it came to my life just recently, and this talked a lot about thinking with your heart rather than with your head, and that got to me pretty like toughly. Just more thinking about really what feels good for you, what feels good for your heart and soul, rather than thinking about all of this head stuff. Who am I gonna be? What am I gonna do? What is my life gonna be like? It's all supernatural. It's all in the future. You can't control it. Think with your heart right now. Who do you want to be? And just go from there.
So true.
Yeah.
But thank you for sharing. You're such an interesting person. I'm sure, like, I hope we can get more even deeper and talk about the other topics another time. But in another episode, because you are such an interesting person and there's so much to talk about. We would easily talk. It's already been almost an hour. So let's get to our topic today.
Oh, wow.
This is only beginning. So Lisa, will you open up?
Yeah. As many of you know the format already, we are talking in this show about relationships, and we can get in some questions from our followers and some of the stuff we write down ourselves as well, what interests us and what we would like to hear from you. But and this actually, the first question is something that we have mentioned in the other episodes as well, which is always really interesting. What are some major turn-offs?
So in men, right?
Yes. Now we're like we switched the subject very sharply. Let's go into the men and women dynamics.
Spicy stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I have dated quite a lot of men, and there are always some red flags or turn-offs that you're just like, I'm not gonna go like longer with that person. One of the things is this over cockiness, this overconfidence, like this rudeness that they are like the kings and they know the most, and then they start to like kind of like give you the what is the right answer. And this I really don't like, because I really like men who are like, yes, I like my biggest turn on is a smart man, like smarter than me, an intelligent man, but the person who doesn't show off with this, like they're very subtle, and you're just like inspired by this. And maybe what else from the turn-offs? Maybe like this bragging side, or like I have literally dated guys who are like, oh, like this is my car, like how much this cost, or how much my this freaking liquor bar costs. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't care about this stuff. And like, just I love when men are genuine, not this bragging and overly cocky. And this is like, I think, the worst thing for me.
So interesting. It's such a good answer. I started to think about myself, and I feel the same way. I think that confidence, it's something else, because a real confident man wouldn't feel the need to brag,
right?
It shows. You can feel it. So, yeah. But I think, we also have to maybe keep in mind that for men, a lot of men are brought up in a belief that they have to provide for the family, and for them it might even not come, when we're talking about the other thing you said, it's not like it comes from a bad place, they really wanna make the woman, like impress the woman, it doesn't even have to always mean that they're there like about money, or money is like so important. But I think we have to look into this, because clearly there are men also who believe that, but they don't have to speak about it. It's just there.
So for men, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like, we believe you if you're a cool guy.
Actually, you already mentioned a little bit, but I'm still gonna ask again. Maybe you're gonna add something. What are the major turn-ons?
Yeah, for sure, the intelligence side. Then I like when I can have a deep conversation with the guy. I'm a person who just loves this about relationship, like you can go really deep and talk about real matters, and then a guy who actually listens you. And major turn on, when a guy is inspiring. It's very like weird answer, but just that if a guy is such a like a personality that I want to be a better person, I want to grow, like giving me this vibe, if it makes sense.
It does make sense a lot. This is a major turn on in your friends, and it doesn't even have to be male, in girlfriends as well. But mostly in a relationship. If you can look up to someone and grow together, that you feel like you learn from them, and you can teach them also something. Yeah, it's very uplifting.
I can add the humor side.
Yeah,
like how can you be with the person if you're not laughing all the time? Like at the moment, like I've been with my boyfriend for 5 and more years, and it's just like always fun. Like you're just like you can have the shittiest day, but you're still like laughing because there's this humor side.
Yeah, totally agree. Being each other's like stand-up comics, it was one of the best things in relationship.
Exactly.
But I would like to come back to the first answer you said. Can we go a bit deeper? Like, what is it? What is the thing that inspires you? Like,
wow, it's so difficult. Like, it's this kind of X factor. I really don't know how to explain it. But just that I'm really going to skip this answer because I don't know how to answer it.
Maybe I would try to explain it. For me, I would say the inspiring part is when the man can see the world in a bigger picture and has this empathy to people around you, and also all of the people who are not around either. Just having this big sort of heart towards people and the things that he does, and this sort of brings in this gentleness as well, and that's something I would look.
She did it. She exactly brought out what I know that I love about it. That's like this feeling that you're like, oh wow, I really need to be also more like this. Like this is such a nice way to like treat people and be.
Yeah. Moving on to the next question. Do I pursue a girl who's cancelled on me twice?
So a man asking, right?
Yes.
All right. So when I was younger, then I would be no. But at the moment, I'm in a really long relationship because he kept on pursuing. Like I was literally like, no, like you're too pushy, or like not too pushy, but he was trying a lot and I was not interested. But then he was very consistent, and then here we are. So I would say for sure, like don't get maybe like stalkerish or something, but like if you really, really believe that this girl is someone for you, then work for it.
Yeah.
And then if like the girl is like concrete, like no, I'm not interested, like leave me alone, then leave her alone.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's so important. I know so many love stories where people have separated, but like one of the parts is not giving up and doing the work and working on why the breakup happened, and actually they get back together. Especially, you know, like giving second chances. I don't know what's this, are cancelled. Yeah, I think it's different if we're talking about like cancelling in the beginning, or if you're like you've been together and then you break up and then coming back together again. It's a different dynamics. So in the beginning, probably, yeah, if someone is not interested, it's pretty clear. I don't know about your story. Like, was it in the beginning or it was
well, there's like, okay, now we're going into this. One is the one in the beginning, the cancelling thing. It was what I was talking about, which was, yes, he wasn't my type in the beginning. Like, of course, he had like most of the qualities that I enjoy, but I was like, no, he's like a little bit younger, and so I cancelled a lot. but we have had, now going deep and sharing, but we have had also a pause, which he initiated, and yeah, like when there came this part that let's go back together, then of course I gave him a second chance, and I don't know why it has to be other way around with girls as well. Like second chances sometimes are very necessary. Of course, it depends on, like, I guess, what are the causes of the breakup. Because if a man is cheating all the time, then maybe think twice if it's gonna change. But sometimes just people are not ready, and you're gonna give them the time to get ready.
I think it's so true. And what you said, one thing is, what's the cause of the breakup? But another, even I would say more important, is if you have worked on the issue. Because I believe in change. I wouldn't do what I'm doing, and we wouldn't run this business if we didn't believe in change. So I really do believe in change. But to change something, we need super good motivation, because change is hard. It's so fucking hard. But I've seen people, and like, I think what better way to find the motivation than love. Love, you know, has moved mountains in the history of our time, and the relationships give us this motivation to make these very big changes. And if a woman or a guy realizes, I'm totally up for it. Like, guys, girls, if you love someone, never give up. Especially, I'm talking now if you have been together and the love is there. You know that the love was pure. But like, in the beginning, I'm so glad about your story. And I have other girlfriends too, whose men were so persuasive in the beginning, and now they've been together for like years, like 5-6 years, even engaged now, and a lot of stories. So I think it can bring confident men can really get to a woman.
That's the confidence.
Yeah. Is it my turn? Can I
Yes.
move on? Yeah. Okay. What makes you want to commit? There's another part also. I'm gonna read it now. So sometimes it's confusing if it's too long, but does it have anything to do with your partner, or is it more like I have to be more ready myself?
I think it's like a mix of both. That in that sense that in the early 20s and before that, like I was clearly not like ready to settle. I was like, come on, I'm living my best life. Like dating is really fun. So I was like, come on, no, let's like make it later. Now that we've been together more than 5 years, then it's for sure staged also. But I think right now the bigger effect here is that I have found a person that I want to commit, that everything is just correct. Like you have like check boxes and then you're like like we could get married today, I don't care. Like you know, you're just so sure about this person.
You brought up another aspect. You said that you have found a person that makes you want to commit, which is also so important, because I think we can be ready to commit. Oh yeah, anything to do with your partner, yes. So it's amazing, like how you can be ready, but then you know you find someone and you realize like fuck, like they're not there at all. There's some other stage in their life, or maybe it can be even the opposite. Like you feel you are not ready, but then you find the guy who makes you feel like shit. I want to spend the rest of my life with him. Like I'm happy here with him, and that makes you want to commit.
Exactly.
It's amazing if they both come at the same time, though.
Yeah. I just really hope that all of us find the person exactly, and you know exactly that, okay, that's the person I want to commit.
Yeah, because many people at some point try to rush the commitment part to get it together.
Get it done,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Like it's something that you need to do on some sort of age or phase in your life, whereas it's not that way at all. Most of the like deep love stories I've heard, the partner comes to your life when you're least expecting it.
Yeah.
When you try to rush it and try to push for it, it doesn't work, or it doesn't work out in the way you really want to in the end. So yeah, do not rush your commitment. It will come to you. But moving on to the next question. It's a good one. Do girls honestly like the nice guys?
I love this question because, like, again, when I was younger, I was like, no, I'm like, nice guys, boring. Sorry, I'm just honest. But I was like really into bad guys, and I had my experiences with them, this drama and this heartaches and everything. And I remember so well how my classmate, he was like really asking me at that time during high school, like, Vicky, why girls like only bad guys? And I somehow, but I was still like, no, like you will have your time. And now I know that they will have their time, because in the beginning, like you're having fun with the bad guys, but then you understand what you don't want. Like with the good guys, you get all the good stuff as well. You get this loyalty and this trust, safety and trust, and all this good feeling that you don't have to be worried all the time. Like I think girls have your time with the bad guys, and then and then
you will know what you don't want.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's such a good point. Understanding from your past relationships or any other phase in your life, the part of understanding what you don't want.
Yeah, exactly.
People like forget it sometimes, only going after what they want, but not understanding what it is that they don't want.
Yeah, and then guys, don't lose hope.
Yeah,
girls will like beg to have the nice guy in the end.
So cute. Oh my god, I felt like I'm in a romantic movie or something. Yeah, but it's true. So true. So another one. Okay, imagine I'm a guy. Can we split the bill? Getting to money topic.
Well, of course we can, but I'm a very old-fashioned girl, so I'm always more turned on when the first dates, at least, are from the man's side. I know it's a very extreme topic, like a lot of girls, a lot of girls would disagree, but I've been just brought up with very, very old-fashioned habits from our parents, and my dad has been always like, what the hell, like he didn't even open the door and so on. So for me this part is very important. But of course, like if there would be a like first date and we split the bill, then of course I will like split it, and I wouldn't be like no, cancel. Like I would still like pursue.
Yeah, I think also that it's not right or wrong or black or white.
Exactly.
Like really depends on the person, it depends on the vibe, and it either way it's okay.
Yeah, I think the important thing here probably is it's not even about the money or who pays. It's more about like where are we in life? Can we afford it? Like it's not like I'm sitting here and I need you to pay the bill because I can't take care of myself.
Yeah.
It's rather, you know, but I totally see where you are coming from, because I'm also a big believer in, you know, masculine, feminine energies, and I believe in relationships we have to be very clear which role we want to be in. And even as a woman, I can wish to be the masculine side in the relationship, because like that's where I feel the most comfortable, and that's totally fine. It's okay if I want to do that, but we have to be just clear what we want and what makes us click. And I think it holds the dynamic clear and in harmony if we are together with someone who's supportive of our pattern, that, you know, if I want to feel like a feminine being and I don't know, let go completely in my masculine or other side's presence, that turns me on, then great. Like I'm happy if my man feels the same, and that works for him, because there's also men who say that it's a turn off for them if the woman takes out the wallet and starts paying. So, and vice versa. Someone, they want very strong women, independent women, they want like always to split the bill. Or like I'm saying, like there's other ways, you know, as a woman you can always make the gifts, you can give back other ways, but you know, I see where you're coming from, and I think it comes from a family also, that like going out in the restaurant, for me also it comes naturally, kinda, that a man is taking me out. It's like a gesture, you know? I feel like a feminine princess that has been treated, you know.
For me the same, like during the day I'm already in this kind of masculine energy, like working a lot and over hours and all this, so with your man you just need sometimes this feminine energy and like the treating of you as a little female female
being held goddess.
Exactly. And like obviously like now we have been together, then we're doing like splits, or we do I pay, he pays, but I just feel like in the beginning, if it's already like this dating period, then come on, let's
like you mentioned, it's a gesture at one point.
Even if you've been together for a long time, you know, I found it like I have had amazing relationships. My men in this sense have been amazing, that they never forgot. Maybe I'm just so happy when I go out for dinners, they just get me so well. But I love when a man makes this gesture, like hey honey, sending me text during the day like, I booked a dinner for us tonight, let's go. I think it's just so cute. And then you're like, oh, you're like a little girl waiting for the evening to go. But
there's just like a deeper meaning that he is thinking about you and planning stuff with you.
True. There's something else behind it. It doesn't even have to be dinner, like whatever you enjoy. It's just, you know, it brings romance to the relationship. But it goes both ways. I think we as women, we should surprise our men the same.
Exactly.
I love it as well.
It goes the other way as well. Like, totally.
My turn?
Yes.
Okay. Do you expect that men always make the first move?
No. I have made so many first moves myself.
Agreed. I totally agree with you.
Like, of course, it depends on a woman.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you're shy or not so confident. It can be harder. but I'm always encouraging, like, go for it. Men also like it. Like I made the first move with my boyfriend. So and you can have some really cool magic happening if you do that. So come on, if you like a guy, then why not?
Yeah, I think there shouldn't be too much pressure on it. If you want to talk to someone or, I don't know, go out with someone, then do it. Of course, it always depends on the individual and the situation and everything. But if it's not that hard, then just go for it.
Yeah.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself already in the beginning where nothing hasn't even happened.
Exactly.
Oh my god, I've honestly, girls, I have struggled with this stuff.
Yeah.
For me, like because I'm a bit older than you are. I think I come even a little bit more from, I don't know, Soviet thinking, old school thinking. Soviet is a bad word, but I grew up so much believing that guys have to make the first move. Like, I was so against women making the first move. It's not like I don't judge other women. I mean, you can do whatever you like and if it works. But for me, personally, I thought that I can't, like, the dynamic from the beginning is going to be wrong if I make the first move. I felt like I'm going to take the leader's role. I'm going to be the dominant one. I'm going to always be the masculine one. But yeah, it probably, I see today that it has been a limitation that I created for myself. I mean, why not? True. Because it's not like you have to, be in this. You can always change.
Yeah.
You can even open the doorway in a feminine way,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to say, that it doesn't have to always be that, hey, what's up? Like, you can make it really, like, nice and cute and have still the same feminine energy, and already the guy gets it and continues with either continues or not with the female masculine.
True.
I don't remember who was talking about. Maybe it was Larin in some Instagram post, but I'm not gonna say he, but the post talked about switching the roles as well, and just letting it flow in a way that works out in different situations. So if I need to take more of the masculine energy, I'll do it.
I mean, especially in a long-term relationship, this is so important to switch between the roles. Yeah, absolutely true. But Vicky, so you are the one who opened the door with your boyfriend.
Yeah, that's so weird. I know. Like, I was just saying I was canceling. Right? But like, it was weird. Yeah, it was in EBS, and I was having a class with him, random class, and then I saw him up front in the class, and then I was like, he really looks like Yuri Botsman. so after this, it's
an Estonian celebrity.
Yes, and then I went up to him like, hey, did you know, has anybody told you that you look like Yuri Botsman? And somehow from there it started. But I did the move, but it's still, like, I didn't think of him as in this yet. He in the beginning, maybe it was for me scary. He was very nice and a bit stalkerish. So that's why I cancelled a lot. Like, I had in the beginning this good maybe feeling, like, opening the door, but then he was a bit pushy, and I was a bit scared because I usually had always gone out with the bad guys, and it was never like this. So in the beginning, I was a bit shocked, and then but then I started to like it.
Yeah, but that's so important. I don't know if we were talking about it before, but if you're used to something, it's, even if something else that comes along is so much better and we know it, if you're not used to it, it's not coming easy. Like, we have to give ourselves time to adjust to a new reality, which we know is so much better, but we as humans, we're, like, just so stupid sometimes. Pardon my language, but, like, we want something that's familiar, even if it's shit.
I remember you told a story once about this, that you and your boyfriend were in such a good place and everything was fine, that you started to, like, think, do we even love each other? Like, where's the drama? Love should mean drama.
Manipulating yourself because of the old patterns. And I was, like, starting to, like, why aren't you jealous, or
Yeah.
why aren't you like this, and like she's like, but I'm not like this, and you're like,
And I love you.
yeah, exactly. And then I was like, oh, okay, that's weird, something
Yeah.
new.
Yeah. It takes time, so I'm so glad he pursued. He's amazing man. Like
Yeah, he truly
I
is.
love him like as a being, because he's great. He's great, and I'm so happy he pursued.
Same.
Yeah. I wanted to say something else. What were we talking about? I wanted to comment on the first move. Is this the first move you described?
Yeah.
Because this is very subtle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, hey dude, I really like you, let's go out.
But like, I'm a really weird flirter. For me, it was like a thing that I'm like approaching you. Like I saw him in front of the class, and I was like, damn. He's like, okay, he looks like Yuri, but also he's like he's like very handsome. And then it's like, let me like introduce myself in some way. So I'm very quirky at flirting, I guess. So for me, it was the first move.
No, but it definitely is. I mean, even this, like, I think I wouldn't. Previously, I would have been scared to approach men even this way, like going, like, even saying something like, hey, I think you look like this. Like, has anyone told you you look like that celebrity? But it's not like, I mean, what I want to say is, like, you didn't actually go to ask him out, you know. That wasn't the intention at first.
Yeah, but it was just like sort of like, notice me.
Yeah.
And I think that can be like also like, you don't have to ask him out the first thing, but just like if you like somebody, then just like somehow approach.
Yeah, make a conversation.
Yeah.
Good advice.
So you should do that, lazy.
Yeah, I should learn that. Something I still need to learn.
Yeah.
So, when should men give up chasing women? We a little bit touched it, but
yeah. I mean, how to add there more? I don't even know.
never.
Well,
If there has been love, but like in the beginning. Yeah.
But I think it's the same. Like, if the woman is very, very concrete, like, stop, please.
Yeah, that is true.
Then like she's just not that interested. Like, I still like somehow gave some this energy that there is some traction. So you have to somehow learn it from the woman's body language or however. But I guess like I haven't been in this situation, but maybe in one point, like if you're chasing that person too long and you're just like, oh, I'm tired of it, then maybe just approach and ask, should I move on? Is there a point for me to try?
Exactly.
Because life is too short.
Yeah, have an open conversation. I would like to add here that I think yes, I say never. It's a little bit it's not a joke. I do mean it. Like, if there has been love and there's really serious relationship, I think don't give up. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. Like, don't give up if you love a person. But I think what's important here is, one thing is also like, if you have actually changed, if you have been working on the topics that initially caused you breakup. Otherwise, I would say give up now. Yeah. Like, if you just go back to a person's life to, you know,
do the same,
just don't.
Yeah,
just don't.
Just save each other's this heartaches.
Exactly. Save each other's time. Don't waste your time. Don't waste the other person's time. Like, stop chasing now.
Agree.
Give up now. Like, work on yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think in the beginning it's super important for men to realize also to actually listen what the woman is saying. If a woman is saying no, even in a polite way, you should believe her. Like, okay, you will. If a woman is interested, you will get them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's not like, we're not here to play games, you know.
Exactly.
It's like, you will understand it, even if we are a little bit hard to get, and you know, but it's not like you can feel it. So if it is a no, stop it.
Yeah. And our last question of the show: should I talk openly about all of my problems to my partner?
Yes, definitely. that's how you get this very deep and very, very, very special relationship. We have had like crazy times and a lot of problems, but you wouldn't get out of it if you don't talk the problems. Like he tried to like avoid some topics, like not to bother me with his issues, and that even made us more apart because I didn't get it. Like, you know, this meme where the couple is in the bed and the girl is overthinking, like, what is he doing on that phone and what is he thinking, you know? And then when he opened up, then like our relationship turned around. We started to know like what has to be worked on and all this. So I think it's like super important. And what I like to also practice in relationship is that if we have a fight, then before going to bed you have to solve it. It's like you cannot keep it flowing around to the other days as well. Like you're going to ruin your next days and it's very, very hard on each other's energies and all this.
Marie mentioned it as well, and she's also in a long relationship. Like she's not going to bed during a fight either. So it's a good tip coming up from long-lasting relationships.
Actually, there's been a lot of studies made in this that the success of long-term relationships and happiness is actually measured by how fast the people are solving the conflicts. It's never about the amount of conflicts or no conflicts. This is an illusion. Like we all have differences. I think if we don't, this is a problem.
Yeah.
we do. It's normal. But the question is always how fast and how do we solve the problems? And this is the key.
Yeah.
Like how will we find the mutual ground?
Exactly. What I just remembered, I was in a marketing conference a few months ago, and then there was this slide on the presentation that 60% of divorces happen because of low conflicts. That you don't have conflicts.
You don't express yourself.
Yes, and that all that stuff is unsaid, and that's why you break up. That magic happens when there's conflicts and you can solve stuff and improve. So that was really, that got me.
Yeah.
And I want to say that this communication and the last question about should we talk about everything, I'm super big advocate on that we should. I believe that we should even practice like radical honesty, not keeping anything to ourselves, because it's not going to get us anywhere. Like absolutely nowhere. It's only gonna get us far away from the partner. The relationship can't blossom, it can't get deeper. We're gonna be more unsatisfied. The only way up and closer is sharing. And like really sharing. Even the stuff that you don't even wanna face yourself. But it's going to affect you, and the partner is going to feel it, and it's gonna affect the relationship.
Yes. And for men, like, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. That's so important. Like that's how you make your relationship to another level.
Yes, such a nice thing. Oh my god.
Good note to end this amazing podcast.
Men, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Yes.
Thank you everyone for listening. It was such a pleasure to talk with you, Vicky.
Same.
We love you.
I love you. Like literally, like trying to hold back the tears. Like it's very special what you're doing, and I'm very, very honored that you invited me here.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.